Now look, if there was one thing that pretty much everyone can agree on, it would be that cartoons are awesome. Now, whether they were part of the Disney Afternoon or something the dudes at Funimation have dreamt up, there's one thing that those awesome cartoons probably have in common. They've made their way to video games. So we've gone through and played literally every single cartoon-based video game ever, and somehow managed to narrow it down to the best 10, but in addition to our one game per franchise rule, we're also throwing out all movies. Only TV shows in this list. Got it? Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig for Screw Attack's Top 10 Cartoon Video Games!
Number 10!
This is everything you look for with a game with Mickey Mouse in it. A bright, colorful, imaginative game that takes you through all the Mouse's adventures. In Magical Quest, Mickey's got some cool outfits with powers to change into, but I think more games should actually institute Mickey's regular method of attacking. Sure, we've seen jumping on heads hundreds of times, but have you ever seen someone so pissed they literally take their enemy and just spin them away? Big ol' bitch! Genius!
Number 9!
You know, it's pretty sad. I don't know if a lot of kids today have any idea who Popeye is. Alright, just to get you guys caught up. You know how everyone loves Chuck Norris nowadays? Well, Popeye was like Chuck Norris way before Chuck Norris delivered his first roundhouse. And he's got way bigger biceps. Anyways, the game is straight up old school arcade. Simple and to the point. Catch that winch's olive oil's hearts while avoiding Brutus until you get the spinach and you bitch slap him off the screen. Just like the cartoon.
Number 8!
Haha, now here's a cartoon that is way overlooked. The Bucky O'Hare cartoon is all about a green rabbit in a cape and his crew fighting evil toads. In the just as overlooked NES game, you're pretty much trying to save that crew, and after you do, each member is now playable. It's pretty sweet stuff. While the game is really good, I think we may be giving it some extra points because of its crazy-ass theme song.
Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare! Mutants and aliens and toads beware!
Number 7!
Speaking of catchy theme songs, taking cues from Super Mario Bros. 3, Tiny Toons on the NES had you return to Acme Acres as you try to follow the plans of that little dick-faced Montana Max. Well, you may be asking yourself, hey Craig, what about those sweet bonus stages and better graphics on the Super Nintendo game? Yeah, those things are nice, but the NES game was way more fun, and graphics don't exactly make the games more fun, do they? No. No, they don't. Are you listening, developers? No. No, they don't.
Number 6!
Sure, it was originally a comic, yeah. But X-Men has also had a cartoon or two, and one of them spawned this beast. This was one of the premier arcade games back in the day, and is still a blast to play. So, what made it so cool? 4 players? Yeah, it had it. But if you got really lucky, you found a 6-player version. That's right, you and 5 other friends got to play this game at one time. Wait, who am I kidding? Unless it was like a birthday party or something, who went to the arcade with 5 of their friends? That means you're playing with 5 strangers kicking some juggernaut ass. Video games don't encourage social activity.
Number 5!
Definitely one of the most overlooked games on the Super Nintendo had to have been The Adventures of Batman and Robin. It was made by Konami, and we know they pretty much own the Super Nintendo, and the 90s for that matter. All right, so it had incredible 16-bit music, all the regular Batman power-ups that you could toggle on or off depending on the mission, and the best thing about it? It was hard. Like, kids saw this on TV, went out to buy it, popped it in, and later returned it because it was too hard. Yeah, even if you thought the cartoon sucked, this is still definitely worth picking up. It's great!
Number 4!
Now, the first thing I think about when I think Chippendales on the NES is 2 players simultaneously. If your friend sucks, you can literally pick them up and carry them. Bitch, get over here, you suck! The second is that sexy mouse gadget, meow, always fixing stuff. And the third is that catchy theme song. Oh yeah, everybody, come on! Chippendales, rescue range, Chippendales, when there's danger. This song will be in your head all day and night because of Sing Along with Craig. God.
Number 3!
I swear to the good man above, if I ever meet anyone who worked on this game, I'll give them a hug. And won't let go. Yeah, it's gonna get really uncomfortable. DuckTales is 100% what the NES is all about. A game that is so good it actually received the very first Video Game Vault ever done, then it was revisited another time by the nerd in another Video Game Vault. And you know what? We should probably go back and talk about this a third time. I want to hug Scrooge McDuck.
Number 2!
There have been lots of Turtles games out there. And you know what? A lot of them have been really, really good. But can you really beat the best beat-em-up ever?
Cowabunga!
No, you can't. Now, this game's been featured a lot in Screw Attack Top 10, so as opposed to just talking about how great it is again, here's a montage of Michelangelo throwing foot soldiers at the screen. With kitten heads. Alright, it's time for the old animated recap before we get to number 1. At number 10, Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Number 9, Popeye. Number 8, Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare. Number 7, Tiny Toons. Number 6, X-Men arcade game. Number 5, The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Number 4, Chip and Dales. Number 3, DuckTales. And number 2, TMNT Turtles in Time.
It's number 1.
Oh man, has there ever been a cartoon that's been drugged through the do anything to make a buck ringer like The Simpsons? I mean, loads of Simpsons have been out there, and let's be honest, unlike Turtles games, most of them have been absolute crap-tastic. Bart vs. the World, Bart vs. Radioactive Man, and that piece of camel poop wrestling monstrosity on the PlayStation? Ugh! But all was forgiven because of one simple arcade title. I think it's safe to say that everyone remembers the first time they had the chance to play with Homer, Bart, Lisa, and Marge in her giant vacuum. It is so much fun. But who would have thought that a game that came out during the height of arcades would have actually been outlasted by the cartoon it was based on? If you actually own the stand-up arcade game, lucky you. That is so great. The only complaint about the Simpsons arcade game? Needs more Duffman.